Linda Ronstadt is one of the most respected and influential voices in the music industry. Over her long and successful career, she has collaborated with many famous musicians and shared the stage with legends. However, like anyone, she has her personal opinions and strong feelings about certain people she has worked with or encountered. In a rare and surprising interview, Linda openly named the 5 musicians she hates the most. This revelation shocked many fans because Linda is usually known for her kindness and professionalism. The 5 musicians she named are Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Jackson Browne, John Fogerty, and Don Henley. These names are some of the biggest icons in rock and folk music, making her statement even more intriguing. But Linda did not just throw out names without reasons. She gave detailed explanations behind her feelings, sharing personal experiences and conflicts that shaped her views. This story is not about simple dislike, it's about deeper struggles and frustrations that come from working closely with strong personalities in a challenging industry. In this video, we will explore who these musicians are, what Linda said about each of them, and why her opinions stirred controversy among music fans. Whether you love or hate these artists, hearing Linda Ronstadt's honest perspective adds a unique layer to understanding the complex relationships in the world of music. Stay tuned as we dive into the details behind this surprising list. Neil Young is one of the most influential singer-songwriters in rock history, known for his distinctive voice and powerful lyrics. However, Linda Ronstadt revealed that despite his musical genius, she has a strong dislike for him. Their relationship was complicated, marked by tension and disagreements. Linda described Neil as difficult to work with, someone who often had a harsh and stubborn personality. According to her, his behavior sometimes created a challenging atmosphere during collaborations. Linda also mentioned that Neil's unpredictable mood swings made it hard to maintain a smooth professional relationship. She felt that he could be very judgmental and dismissive, which hurt her feelings and affected their work together. Even though they both shared a passion for music, their personal clash was too big to ignore. This tension eventually led Linda to distance herself from Neil and avoid further projects with him. Despite the conflict, Linda admitted that Neil Young's impact on music is undeniable. She respects his talent, but can't overlook the difficulties they faced personally. This complicated mix of admiration and resentment is why Neil tops her list of musicians she hates the most. Her story shows that even legends in the industry can have serious personal conflicts behind the scenes. Bob Dylan. Linda Ronstadt's feelings about Bob Dylan are complex and deeply personal. Despite Dylan's legendary status in the music world, Linda openly expressed strong dislike for him. She once mentioned that working with Dylan or being around him was extremely difficult because of his unpredictable and moody nature. According to Linda, Bob Dylan often behaved in ways that made collaboration almost impossible. His unpredictable mood swings and sometimes arrogant attitude created a tense environment. Linda recalled moments when Dylan's behavior seemed intentionally distant or dismissive, which affected not only her, but others around him. She felt that his approach was not only unprofessional, but also disrespectful toward fellow musicians. This attitude, she said, made it very hard to connect with him on a creative level. Linda Ronstadt, who values harmony and mutual respect in her work, found Dylan's aloofness and unpredictability frustrating. Beyond the professional challenges, Linda also described how Dylan's persona clashed with her own personality. She explained that she prefers openness and honesty, whereas Dylan's enigmatic nature often felt like a wall, preventing true connection. Even though Bob Dylan is admired worldwide for his songwriting and influence, Linda's experience reveals a more difficult side of working with him. This dislike isn't just about personal conflicts. Linda also pointed out that Dylan's behavior sometimes overshadowed the music itself. She felt that the drama and tension around him detracted from the joy and collaboration that music should bring. Despite this, she acknowledges Dylan's talent, but maintains that her negative experience left a lasting impression. This honest take by Linda Ronstadt gives fans a rare glimpse behind the scenes, showing that even musical legends can have difficult relationships and conflicts that the public rarely sees. Jackson Browne was once considered one of Linda Ronstadt's closest friends and collaborators. However, over time, their relationship took a serious turn for the worse. Linda has openly expressed her disappointment and frustration with Jackson, citing personal and professional conflicts that deeply affected her. She felt betrayed by some of his actions, which she believed were selfish and damaging. Their falling out reportedly involved creative differences and disputes over loyalty. Linda valued honesty and mutual respect, but she felt that Jackson's behavior didn't align with those principles. She accused him of being manipulative behind the scenes, which hurt not only their friendship but also the trust they had built over the years. This rift left a lasting impact on her, coloring how she views him today. Beyond personal grievances, Linda also criticized Jackson's attitude toward the music industry and his peers. She believed he sometimes put his interests above others, causing unnecessary tension in the artistic community. This perception contributed to her growing dislike, as she felt it contradicted the supportive and collaborative spirit she valued in fellow musicians. Despite their shared history and the music they created together, Linda's experience with Jackson Browne serves as a cautionary tale about how personal conflicts can overshadow professional achievements. Her honesty in naming him among the musicians she hates reveals just how deeply those wounds ran, showing that even long-standing relationships in the music world can break down irreparably. John Fogerty, the legendary frontman of Creedence Clearwater Revival, is a name that often comes up in conversations about iconic rock musicians. However, Linda Ronstadt has surprisingly included him among the musicians she dislikes the most. This may come as a shock to many fans, considering Fogerty's influential role in shaping American rock and roll with hits like Proud Mary and Bad Moon Rising. So, what could have led Linda to feel this way about such a celebrated artist? From what Linda has shared in interviews and her memoirs, the tension between her and John Fogerty isn't rooted in his music, but rather in personal clashes and professional disagreements. They moved in similar circles during the peak of their careers in the 1970s and 1980s, which sometimes led to conflicts behind the scenes. According to Linda, John's personality was difficult to deal with, and their interactions were marked by misunderstandings and creative clashes. John Fogerty is known for being fiercely protective of his music rights and artistic integrity. This protective streak, while admirable, apparently led to some friction with fellow musicians, including Linda. She felt that Fogerty could be overly controlling and sometimes dismissive of others' opinions. This kind of attitude did not sit well with Linda, who values collaboration and mutual respect among artists. Despite this, Linda acknowledges John Fogerty's undeniable talent and contribution to rock music. She respects his work but remains clear about her personal reservations regarding his character. This complex mix of admiration for his artistry and disappointment in his behavior reflects the complicated dynamics that often exist between artists behind the scenes. In the end, Linda Ronstadt's feelings toward John Fogerty reveal how personal experiences and professional interactions shape opinions beyond just music. It reminds us that even legendary musicians can have clashes and differences that impact their relationships in ways fans rarely see. Don Henley, the iconic drummer and vocalist of the Eagles, is known for his smooth voice and sharp songwriting. But Linda Ronstadt revealed that she has serious issues with him personally. She described Don Henley as someone who could be cold and dismissive, often showing little empathy toward others in their professional circle. Linda felt that his attitude sometimes created a toxic environment. According to Linda, Don Henley could be very guarded and hard to connect with on a personal level. She mentioned that despite his success and charm, he sometimes acted arrogantly and made people feel undervalued or ignored. This behavior led to strained relationships and hurt feelings within their shared music community. Linda also hinted at past conflicts and disagreements with Henley that left a lasting negative impression. While she acknowledged his musical achievements, she made it clear that his personality and actions pushed him onto her list of musicians she hates most. Her candid remarks remind us that fame and talent don't always guarantee good personal relationships behind the scenes. Reasons explained Linda Ronstadt's decision to openly name the 5 musicians she hates most wasn't made lightly. In this section, she explains the deeper reasons behind her feelings. It's not just about personal dislike, but about how their behaviors impacted her both professionally and emotionally. She shared that working in the music industry means dealing with strong personalities, egos, and sometimes toxic environments. For Linda, the clashes with Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Jackson Browne, John Fogerty, and Don Henley weren't just small disagreements. They were ongoing struggles that affected her creativity and peace of mind. Linda also talked about the importance of respect and trust in collaborations. When these were missing, it created a sense of betrayal and frustration. She emphasized that it's hard to separate the artist's work from the person behind it. When personal experiences are so intense, these musicians, despite their talent, showed sides that were selfish, controlling, or dismissive, which deeply hurt Linda. Her honest explanation sheds light on why she felt the need to speak out, even though it risked upsetting fans and industry peers. Her story reminds us that behind the glamour and success, the music world is full of complicated human relationships. Linda's courage in sharing these reasons adds depth to our understanding of the challenges artists face beyond the spotlight. Final thoughts: Linda Ronstadt's revelations about the 5 musicians she hates most give us a rare and honest glimpse into the complex realities behind the music industry. While these artists, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Jackson Browne, John Fogerty, and Don Henley, are celebrated for their immense talent and contributions to music, Linda's experience shows that fame and artistry don't always guarantee good personal relationships. Her candidness reminds us that even legends face conflicts, ego clashes, and emotional struggles. It also highlights the importance of respect, trust, and kindness in creative collaborations. Linda's story encourages fans to look beyond the music and understand the human side of these iconic figures. Whether you agree with her opinions or not, Linda Ronstadt's willingness to speak openly about her feelings adds a powerful layer to the story of rock and folk music. It challenges us to think about the price of success and the impact of personal dynamics behind the scenes. As fans, it's a reminder that every artist has a story, and sometimes those stories are far more complicated than we imagine. Thanks for watching. If you found Linda Ronstadt's honest take on her 5 most disliked musicians eye-opening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more exclusive stories from the world of music legends. What do you think? Can personal grudges between musicians affect their art? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss our next video, The New Yankee Workshop, Heartbreaking Tragedy of Norm Abram from The New Yankee Workshop, coming soon.